This was part of the TVA Aquatics Laboratory and some experiment stations. When my cousin Lisa saw this, she had a vision that could work, and it really did. She was hiking one day and found this property and basically said, we might be onto something here. She was right. We moved a few walls. We moved a lot of walls and found a spot to put a kitchen and put in 2 bars. Upstairs, we have the upstairs tap room. Big long bar up there. A lot of folks come up and they've retired from TVA and they're like, I like it a lot better now that the office has beer.
Basically, I got a phone call a few years ago from Brian and Lisa, who are the owners, and they said they were going to start a brewery and they wanted to know if I wanted to work for them. They very quickly put this vision together and found basically what I think is one of the best teams I've ever worked with. That's kind of like where it started about 3 years ago. The brewing started up. They made their first beer on New Year's Eve. It was the brown, the 29-pound brown, named for a fish that was caught right across the street. We try to buy malt and hops as locally as possible. We do work with local growers when possible, and then beyond that, I've always found it very intriguing to use local fruits or herbs or anything that's grown here. So if I can source them, I do. Inspiration comes from pretty much anything. I tried to sit around, see who showed up and see who wanted to drink what and listen to the customers and what they appreciate. And so part of it is also too, we obviously have a very woodsy, relaxed atmosphere here, and so generally I try to think about if I'm going bike riding or if I'm going kayaking or if I'm hiking out here, what would I want to sit down and drink? It's kind of unusual to see an all-female production staff. Really right now in the industry as far as production is concerned, that's less than 30% of the total staff. No matter what your gender is, you should be able to brew and do it well. So we've kind of always said, you know, we're just lucky. Brian and Lisa were pretty adamant that they wanted low country Cajun food as the main thoroughfare here, and so they hired Brandon Cruz, who's actually been in the Knoxville area as a chef for quite a while. He kind of takes that low country Cajun, so he'll do gumbo or he'll do shrimp and grits or something like that, and then he'll kind of put a flair on it, and then he does a fantastic burger and chicken sandwich, and heaven forbid the chicken wings ever come off the menu because I think people would riot.
Being out here in the middle essentially of the state park where you can get 5-star food is just amazing.
So in our case, it is our standard lager, which we very affectionately named regular beer. So we got a lot of customers that would come in and ask for a regular beer, so that's what we gave them. My favorite that we do is the amber. It's definitely the one I drink the most of. However, I do eventually branch out and try to make sure I'm tasting everything.
So next Friday, Chef Brandon has got in the works. I call it an international twist. It's going to be a pork ramen. Then Jordan decided, well, I have some chanterelle mushrooms. She's probably going to do a spin on a stout and incorporate the chanterelle mushrooms into it. International Beer Day, August 7th.